Kick it! We got another Kickstarter for you. Do you guys remember that show that had the first WWE wrestler on it? Her name was Chyna, Chyna. They are trying to make a movie, a documentary, that shows the struggles that she had to go through. And you can almost imagine what that must have been like. I mean, we see it with Danica Patrick. We see it, there's supposedly this girl that's about to be drafted by a Major League Baseball team over, I can't remember where. But anyway, the first girl in WWE in wrestling, after struggling with negative public perception of her own mistakes, she had made a few mistakes. If you watched her reality show, you saw that. Chyna sought refuge in Japan. She taught foreign language for years and began meditating, doing yoga, and eventually she was able to pull her life back together. This documentary is going to take you through the entire, I want to say, rebirth of what she was trying to do. And now she's finally ready to return to the country that made her a star. She's ready to come back. She's put it all back together. And, at the same time, this is the same country that took it away from her. And I don't know if the reality series helped or didn't, but she is ready to be documented. And with director Eric Angra, they will attempt to shed light on all the issues that you didn't see on the reality show. So go to Kickstarter. We want you guys to search The Reconstruction of Chyna. Again, that's Chyna. I think it's an excellent idea. I found her polarizing. I mean, she's a polarizing figure. They didn't give her a TV show for nothing. They didn't put her on television because she was boring. So she's a polarizing figure, and she is just trying to get her life back together, and she wants you to come along for the ride. So go to Kickstarter, search for The Reconstruction of Chyna. Kick it. Another Kickstarter. We love Kickstarters on this show. Misty has a substantial following. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the X Factor, Australian Idol, or Young Talent Time, but Tina Alcore, Alcorae, better known as Misty, MYS, capital T, is one of the hottest new talents in R&B, pop, and soul. She is the face that some might already be familiar with because of those television shows that I had mentioned. She's also performed at sporting and charity events and acted in popular Australian soap opera Home and Away. Despite her numerous TV and stage performances, she has yet to release an album, which is odd because she's a singer. And fortunately for us, that's about to change. So go to Kickstarter and search for Mystified, Mystified, first official album. That will get you to where you need to go. And let's help get her album done. It's 12 tracks drawing on a variety of different styles, including soul, pop, old school, blues, R&B, you name it. Each song will be a self-contained inspirational story aimed to moving us. And I mean, that's what artists do. So you can actually be part of building somebody's career here. If she gets this album off the ground, who knows where it takes her. And if you search Mystified, you can find her. You can pledge $5, $10, $20, whatever you want. But as anybody knows with Kickstarter, the more that you pledge, the more cool stuff that you get. I've used Kickstarter a dozen times, and it's a really cool platform to be able to get things before they're made to the public necessarily, or maybe get something. You can go there, you can check it out, help her out. Let's get this album off the ground.
Please hang up and try again.
Welcome back to the Bill and Joe Show. Almost slipped up again. Let me take a drink. Hold on. Dr. Pepper's so thirst quenching. Not. And time for Ask Bill. I don't know. Got to think of a segment name for that. But if any of you want to reach out to us, we're kind of making a branding change to the Bill and Joe Show. You can email or find us on social media. You can go to the WBShow.com. That's our Facebook page for now. And you can contact us through that. If you have any questions or any topics that you want us to touch on, can't guarantee that we will. But I can say that it's always fun listening to people. And Sometimes they're not so fun because they're not very nice. But today I had to sift through a couple of nasty ones. Not nasty, I guess graphic is more what I'm saying. But I asked you guys to send in questions, topics. Most of them are questions. In fact, I mean, the topics that we got, I didn't want to even touch. So these are all going to be questions. You guys help me out since I've got some time to fill. And like I said, I don't do the one-man thing. I don't like the way my voice sounds. That's why I anchor the show, to let the other people talk. I don't know what I'm doing here. So question number 1 is, what is your earliest memory? I mean, my earliest memory, I hate talking to people that say that they remember shit when they were 3, like 3 and 4. I literally, my earliest memory, it was kindergarten, you know? I mean, maybe that's like 3, 4, but it's not a lot. I mean, it's not nothing big. I remember I was in kindergarten, and we had this little group, and it was like every room at my school. I lived in Davis, California, and Pioneer School. Anybody who lives out in that area, it's a great school, or at least it was. That was also 20 years ago. But every room was shaped like a stop sign, like an octagon, and everybody was in the middle, and their desks were on the outside. So when you had group things or whatnot, it would be in the middle. You know, you'd meet in the middle. So in kindergarten, I remember we would have nap time in the middle of the room. And I have to say that this has got to be my first memory, because before that I lived in Connecticut, and I don't remember anything of that. And I was born in Arizona, so my first memory is literally I got sent to the principal's office because there was a girl in that class that I liked, and her name was Stacy. And in the kindergarten room, the bathrooms were in the room. You didn't have, like they were like stall bathrooms that were in the room. And during nap time, Stacy had gone to the bathroom, and I, for some reason, looked underneath the bathroom stall. And I got sent to the principal's office. My parents were called down. I didn't know why I did it. I had no idea why I did it. But I can tell you that from a very young age, I have been, what's the word? Horny, I guess. I don't even know if that's possible, but I didn't know why. But I had this undying need to have knowledge of the female body. I don't know why. And that carried on throughout, really for the rest of my life. But I mean, throughout grade school, I remember specifically my second grade teacher, Miss Fitzmaurice. So I knew she wasn't married, which was awesome. She had a lazy eye, but she was tall, she was thin, she had this curly, like reddish hair. She was hot. And that was right around the time that I kind of figured out how to do things with myself, how to entertain myself. And I mean, like I wasn't at the age, second grade. I'm not at the age where I'm producing a receipt, if you will, but I'm still entertaining myself. I'm still, getting the payoff, if you catch my drift. And I would just sit there in class and do it to her all day. Like, I mean, I have been a very sexually charged person for a very, very long time. So I can't explain why I looked underneath that bathroom stall, because I don't know what I was looking for. Shit, until I was like the age of something embarrassing, like maybe 12. I thought that the vagina opening was where the exact same spot as where the penis did. So the whole thing with the girl riding on top, I was like, how does that work? That can't work. That doesn't work. And then I looked at a Penthouse, and it was very graphic and showing me exactly how the shit works. But yeah. So I mean, ever since I was a kid, I had to figure out why are girls different? Why are they? What are those? What is that? What is that? Like, I don't know what that is. I have to figure it out. So I would say that's probably my earliest memory, me getting sent to the principal's office for upskirting. Like, I was the first. I was the first person to. I'm sure I wasn't the first person. Those freaks in the Roman days, they were pretty hardcore. They didn't even probably bother upskirting. But anyway, this one, it's it's somewhat topical compared to what I just let you guys know I'm going through. What are the best 3 things about your wife, in your opinion? Well, I mean, right now she's not my wife. So, but maybe this is the first episode that I've let anybody know that. So, I certainly understand why you would ask that. The 3 best things about my wife. I would say, well, first of all, she's just gorgeous as hell. She is the nicest person I've ever met, and that's no shit. I thought that I was a nice person. I thought I was the nicest person that I knew until I met her, and she kicked my ass. And then the older that I got, I kind of got more cynical, I guess. Started thinking, like it got to a point where, if you fuck me over once, you're done. And, I think in general, I think that's, the way that you kind of need to be. There's, you should always forgive. Always forgive, always forget. I hate that phrase. I can forgive, but I can't forget. That's bullshit. If you can forgive, then in a sense you are forgetting. So don't pull that shit. Or I can forget, but I can't forgive. What are you talking about? My wife has the uncanny ability of being able to do both, to some extent, and she's the nicest person I've ever met. And third, I'd have to say her laugh. She's got a great laugh, and anybody who has listened to the show with Danielle on it would know that. So, do I ever pray? No, I won't. Not no, but no, I don't. I don't pray. Because I don't know who to. I mean, if I pray, it's more of a monologue conversation with myself in the shower. I'm like trying to talk myself in or out of something. So I wouldn't say that I pray. No, I definitely would not. Does it bother you if your partner, that's very PC of you, if your partner is in the bathroom while you're using the toilet or the shower? Yes. Yes, it does. The bathroom, unless the door is open and everybody's, not doing something on the toilet, then stay out. It's one of those things, bathrooms, there's a reason that we have stalls. You go to the bathroom, it's a very private moment, and I don't know why. I really don't. Everybody does it. I mean, that I don't know. But, it's one of those things. You want your privacy when you're fucking taking a shit. I think it's pretty normal. But, yeah, I mean, if I'm in the shower, no, it doesn't bother me. If she's in the shower, no, it doesn't bother her. If either one of us are using the toilet in any case, then yeah, probably. Are you more or less sensitive than other guys? I'd say probably more, but by a small margin. I used to feel like I was extremely more sensitive than other guys. I just read another question. What's your favorite Muppet? And that would be a great question for Joe. I'll try and remember to ask him that. If I have ever been tested for a sexually transmitted disease, Not to laugh at that. Not to laugh at that. I have. Me and